like Uncle Johnny because he washes the dishes with me, and he plays tricks on me, and he plays with me and pokes me.
When the sky rolls like sea,
I came to America when I was 10 years old, and it was traumatic because I was new and I did not know the language, and it was the first time for me to be with my parents as a family, because before I came to this country, I was living with my grandparents. I was like a small plant lifted up from one place, put into another. So I grew and thrived, went to school, in college. I met my husband in Philadelphia, got married, family. Tim and David came before Jonathan, and after we moved to Westchester, Jonathan and his sister were born. So Jonathan is like a local
boy.
Oh, yeah. Jonathan was barely 3 years old, and he was sick. He was at Children's Hospital for several months, and I thought he was doing well, because responded well to the treatment and everything. So back home, normal life. But 2 years later, the cancer came back.
when the boat is tossed upon the waves, well, I wonder if you'll keep me safe.
It was totally unexpected. Alternative to the treatment was bone marrow transplant. All of us were tested, but Christina was the perfect match. So something that we did not expect, and it happened, and it's a miracle, because we did not have any kind of expectations at all. So we went to Johns Hopkins for his bone marrow transplant, and it was very successful. A year later, he was back to school, just like a normal kid. About 10 years, normal active life.
When I feel I have no voice to sing, even if the ones I follow you, yes, even if the ones I follow you, so I believe everything that you
Isaac and I, we took a trip to Israel. The last part of our trip, we got a phone call from Florence, Isaac's sister, saying that Jonathan, is in the hospital, had a seizure. So that was the beginning of the second. So he got treated again, for another rounds of radiation, chemo, and so at this time I saw it's different because it affected him mentally. And it was hard, it was difficult. It was difficult for him to go to college. He was doing perfect, he was doing so well before that, before the surgery. The cancer was gone, no sign of cancer.
Shortly after his brain surgery, we noticed that he became very, very in a way expansive, much like his crazy father in a sense. And that's when we noticed that he's, something's wrong, something was not right. And very quickly, from that point on, he actually became psychotic and has to require hospitalization. That was his first psychiatric hospitalization within 6 weeks after his brain surgery. His diagnosis was established that he has bipolar disorder, and he went through, further, complications and episodes of psychosis.
Cancer, I'm a hero. I'm a survivor. When I'm depressed, I don't feel like a hero. I feel shame and embarrassment.
I think the bipolar is much more difficult to deal with because there's so much unknown. We learn to cope with it. Praying, trusting, relying on our faith.
My fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear.
Our family become tighter, closer, and you have a church, a group of people that love him, in that condition, and I'm very thankful because I said, God, you answered the prayer that I didn't even say in words, but I say it in my heart. I said, I really hope Jonathan, would find a home that he can have people like that. That really means a lot. Yeah.
Our family really was, and I think will still in the future be defined by Jonathan's experience. One side of it is tragedy, is struggles, uncertainties, disappointments, unfulfilled, expectations, unfulfilled goals. But on the other hand, very much in evidence and in high definition, technicolor focus is the grace of God. We came through not because we are good parents, that we are, extraordinary people, but no, we came through because God was good to us, and we're thankful. I mean, that this thankfulness is really what defines our family. We're going to face trouble again, and Jonathan is not scot-free. He's 40 years old. It's a great big landmark, and we're thankful. Continue to be thankful. Yep.
And we're celebrating his 40th birthday now.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Can't believe it.
His mercy reigns, unending love.
One of the earliest memories I have is my family getting together, my dad, mom, siblings, and me on my parents' bed and praying for you, praying for your health and your well-being. And I think then and now you really bring our family together.
I know God has many more good things in store for you. The best is yet to come.